Welcome to Gentle Yoga. I invite you to take an upright sitting position. Press your sit bones into the floor, stretch the sides of your body long. Invite your shoulder blades together on your back and just lift your chin slightly. And as usual this morning, we will open with 3 ohms. You can join in or not. Exhale, inhale. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Open your eyes and come back onto your mat. Word of the day today is small steps. So in this class of Gentle Yoga, we start off really slowly and easily, and we're inviting ourselves to participate in the practice. And if we keep the practice up, keep it going, slowly and incrementally, we begin to see changes in ourselves. So obviously in our body begins to get stronger and more flexible, but also in other areas of our life. As we become more aware through our yoga practice, we notice that we come more often into a place of quiet, a place of peacefulness. But it is a step-by-step practice, incrementally each day, coming to your mat and doing a little bit. And this is what this practice is for, to encourage you to get on the mat and try it out, and to build on the experience day by day, week by week. So from week to week you won't notice much difference, but if you look back in 3 months after practicing a few times a week, you will see a difference. If you look back from 6 months or 9 months ago, you would begin to see a lot of difference. It makes a huge difference to your life, taking small steps in yoga. And let's make our way onto the mat, and we'll start by standing up. So we're just coming into a few forward folds to warm up our body this morning. So standing with our feet inner hip width apart. This is a space of 15 centimeters or 6 or 8 inches apart. And bend your knees slightly and inhale, lift your arms up. And then breathe out and lean forward, bend your knees and place your hands under your shoulders, lift your head, look up. Inhale. And then exhale and allow your head to drop. Walk your hands back. Float your hips forward. And then inhale. Place your hands on your hips and make your way back up to standing. Exhale your hands to your side and take 3 breaths. So we're going to do this a few times. So inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, place your hands under your shoulders, lift your head, look up. Inhale, hinge forward, allow your head to drop. Walk your hands back, knees bent. Exhale. And then inhale, hands on hips, and come all the way back up. Allow your arms to come to your sides and take 3 breaths. So the body moves after the breath. So inhale and then lift your arms up. Exhale and then hinge forward. Place your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, lift your head, look up. And your knees are bent, of course. And then exhale, walk your hands back and allow your head to drop. Inhale, place your hands on your hips and lift your body all the way up. And exhale, your hands to your sides and take 3 breaths. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, body following breath. Place your hands on the floor under your shoulders. Inhale, walk your hands back and bring your chin closer to your shin. Exhale. Inhale, hands on hips and lift your torso upright. Exhale, your hands to your sides. Take 3 breaths. Bend your knees. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale and hinge forward. Place your hands on the floor. Lift your head, look up. Inhale, lift your head, look up. Exhale, and then bring your chin to your shin, walk your hands back, keeping your knees bent. Allow your head to drop. Inhale, your hands to your hips, press down and come all the way back up to standing. Exhale, your hands to your sides. Take 3 breaths. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, place your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, lift your head, look up. Exhale and hinge forward, bring your chin to your shin. Inhale, hands to hips, stand up. Exhale, your hands to your sides. Take 3 breaths. Observing your breath. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, hands under shoulders on the floor, knees bent. Inhale, lift your head, look up. Exhale, hinge forward, walk your hands back towards your feet, bring your chin to your shin. Inhale, hands on hips, torso upright, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, your hands to your sides and take 3 breaths. Notice any sensations in your body. Three more rounds to go. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale and hinge forward. Place your hands on the floor under your shoulders. Inhale and walk your hands back. Bring your chin to your shin. And then exhale, inhale, hands to hips and come all the way up. Exhale, your hands to your sides. Take 3 breaths. Inhale your arms up, look up. Exhale, hinge forward, place your hands on the floor. Knees bent. Inhale, lift your head, look up. Exhale, fold forward, bring your chin to your shin. Inhale, hands on hips, press down, stand up, lift your torso upright. Exhale your hands to your sides. Take 3 breaths. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Place your hands on the floor under your shoulders. Inhale, lift your head, look up. Exhale, fold in. Walk your hands back. Line up your fingernails with your toenails. Bring your chin to your shin. Inhale your hands to your hips. Press down, stand up. Exhale your hands to your sides. Take 3 breaths. And last round this morning of our sun salutation, our warm-up. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, place your hands on the floor, knees bent. Inhale, lift your head, look up. Exhale, hinge forward, walk your hands, fold forward, bring your chin to your shin. Inhale your hands to your hips, press down, stand up. Exhale your hands to your sides, take 3 breaths. So that was a gentle sun salutation to warm up our body, working with every muscle group in our body. So now come and make your way into child's pose. Come and sit back in your heels. Bring your head to the floor. Stretch your arms out behind you. Press the backs of your hands into the floor. And observe your breath. Child's pose feels so good after the little bit of activity. And come and sit up and place your heels in front of your hips on the floor. Knees bent. Walk your hands back. And then inhale your legs to one side. Exhale back to center. Inhale to the other side. Exhale back to center. And so on. Do 5 more on each side. Inhale back to center. And make your way to lying on your back. And curl your right knee into your chest and hug it in. Press through the outstretched leg, push your heel away from you. Press the back of your left thigh into the floor. Invite your shoulder blades onto your back, press your head into the floor. and observe your breath. Be careful not to hold your breath here. And gently release, stretch your right leg out, curl your left knee in, clasp your knee and hug it into your chest. Press through the outstretched leg, press the back of your thigh into the floor, press your lower back into the floor. And release. And make your way onto your belly. Place your elbows under your shoulders. Clasp your hands together. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. Flare your toes. Engage your core. And making our way into bridge pose. Come and sit with your legs out in front of you. And for this pose, you might like to get yourself a block. If you haven't got a block, see if you can find yourself a thick book or something that will support your lower back. You can also do it without a block or a book. So to do it without a block or a book, what you do is make your way to lying down, bend both knees, place your heels in front of your hips on the floor, feet and knees hip width apart. Bend your elbows, point your fingertips towards the ceiling, palms opposite each other, and then pressing down with your elbows into the floor, lift your hips off the floor, float them up. Keep pressing with your elbows, keep pressing with your heels into the floor, and just check that the root of your second toe is lining up with the middle of your ankle. Sometimes in this pose our toes are inclined to turn out towards the sides of our mats, so turning your toes inwards, and then you're pressing down and you're lifting your hips up, and this is where you stay. And if you have a block, you get to place the block under your lower back on the little triangular bone at the end of your spine, and place the block at a height that suits you. So my block is quite high, but this may not be for you, and make it where it suits your body. You can also use a book. And you're just relaxing here. For those that are holding the pose, you might like to come down and take a rest, and if you wish, go back up into it. Observe your breath. And then press down with your heels into the floor, lift your hips up, Put the block off to one side and gently rolling your vertebrae down to the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae, feeling how good that feels. And making our way into constructive rest, place our hands on our belly with our palms facing down, and then move your palms below your navel so that your thumbs are pointing towards your navel, your index fingers are pointing towards your pubic bone, your index fingers are touching, your thumbs are touching. Keeping your knees bent, walk your feet out towards the long edges of the mat and allow your knees to roll in towards each other so that they're leaning and propping each other up. And then just observe your breath and rest. Now bring your feet together, your knees together, and bring your knees into your chest and hug them in. You can stay just stationary like this, or you can roll gently from side to side, massaging your spine. If it's difficult for you, your knees to come to your chest, you could take a strap or a tie and just hold it over your knees, over your shins, in place of your hands and arms. So massage your spine, just feel how good that feels. And release your feet to the floor and make your way up to sitting. If you have a cushion or a block, place it behind you and sit up on it so that you have a little bit of height. It enables you to develop a lumbar curve or stop a rounding in the spine like such. So stretch your legs out as far from each other as is available for you, and then just inhale, hinging forward, slide your hands down your shins. Either you may only get to your thighs, to your knees, and just gazing straight ahead, press through your heels, press the back of your thighs into the floor, engage your core, roll your inner thighs towards each other. And just take small steps, you're not forcing anything, but allowing gravity to bring you closer to the floor. If your chin is inclined to drift towards your chest, just lift it slightly and soften your gaze as you gaze straight ahead, observing your breath. Inhale, and make your way back to centre, and we'll repeat our windshield wiper pose. Bend your knees, place your heels in front of your hips, lean back, and inhale, lower your knees to one side, exhale, inhale, lower them to the other side, exhale, and so on. Breath moves before body. Last side, last one. And come back to neutral. Moving into stretch your legs out in front of you and cross your right knee over your left leg and bend your heel and bring your heel into your hip. If you have 2 blocks, now is a good time to take them out. If you don't have any blocks, that doesn't matter. So inhale, lift your arms up, and exhale and hinge forward and place your hands on the blocks and just walk them forward. And the blocks can be here. So that's as low as you can go. So we're endeavouring to keep our outstretched legs straight. We're walking our arms forward. You can see my arms are quite straight. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hinging forward. And gazing, soft gaze beyond your toes. And so, again, the breath moves before the body. I breathe in. I move. I breathe in. I move. And then perhaps that's as far as you feel like going today. As you inhale, stretch, and exhale, sinking down. Exhale and inhale and walk your hands back into centre. And switch to the other side. Stretch your right leg out and cross your left leg over your right. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, hinge forward. And again, using the blocks, so if you haven't got blocks, place your hands on the floor or on your leg, or maybe this is as far as you go today. If this is as far as you go, you inhale, you stretch up, and exhale, and invite your chest to come closer to your knee. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, hinge forward. And pushing through the heel of the outstretched leg, press the back of the thigh into the floor. Keeping that going. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, hinge forward. Body following breath. Inhale back to centre. And if you're using blocks, place your blocks off to one side. I'm coming to caterpillar. Inhale, feet hip width apart, more doable. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. And just gazing softly beyond your toes. Inhale, stretching forward with your arms, your hands. Exhale, sinking down. Pressing your sit bones into the floor. Roll your inner thighs, your inner shins towards each other, but keeping your feet hip width apart, your legs hip width apart. Exhale, hinge forward. Exhale, inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, sinking down. Engage your quads. Inhale back to centre. And come and lie down on your back. Moving into double diamond. Bend your knees, place your heels in front of your hips on the floor. Then walk your feet out to the long edges of the mat and allow your knees to come down to the left hand side. Then bend your elbows and place your arms on the floor. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Then inhale, lift your head off the floor and turn away and look away from your knees and place your head back on the floor. And then just come back to your breath. Notice if you're holding any muscles anywhere that don't need to be involved in the pose, and let those go. Inhale back to centre and switch to the other side. Allow your knees to come down, lift your head off the floor, look away from your knees, place your head back on the floor. And again, allow gravity to take you down. Inhale back to centre, bring your arms to your sides and moving into thread the needle, again with knees still bent, feet on the floor. Inhale, lift your right foot and place the outside edge of it on top of your left knee. This may be as far as you can go today. Or exhale, inhale, lift your left foot off the floor and bring your left knee into your chest. Slip your hands between your legs, thread them through your legs, clasp your knee, make your left shin parallel to the floor, to the ceiling, and then move your right knee out to the side. Press your lower back into the floor, press your head into the floor. And release and switch to the other side. Lift your left foot, place the outside edge of it on top of your right knee and lift your right foot off the floor, your right knee off the floor, bring your knee into your chest and thread your hands between your legs. Clasp your knee, make your shin parallel to the ceiling, make both feet active. Press your lower back into the floor. And gently release. Place your feet on the floor and bring your awareness back to your breath. And now it's time to make our way into relaxation. So stretch your legs out, arms by your sides, turn your palms up. Sometimes we cool down in relaxation, so it might be a time to put a blanket over you or to put on a sweater and just come into a place of absolute relaxation, relaxing, releasing, letting go. Nowhere to be, nothing to do. Notice any thoughts, emotions, or feelings that arise in your body, and don't resist them. Allow them to be there. Don't engage with them, and allow them to go. Use your breath as a focus to keep you in your body and out of your head. Using the breath to anchor yourself. Breathing. Bring attention to your body. Come back into the room and onto the mat. And start to awaken your body by moving your hands, your feet. Perhaps give yourself a stretch. You can stay here. Or you might like to bend your knees, roll to one side and pause. Pause between the world of being and the world of doing. And making your way up to sitting. invite you to bring your hands to your heart, close your eyes, or keep them softly open. And we'll finish with one Om to honour ourselves, each other, and the practice. We close the practice. Exhale, inhale. Thanks for practicing, thanks for coming to practice, and see you on the mat.